Digital Desk with the Morning Rush. First off, this morning, a battle is brewing over the state budget. The Virginia House and Senate each unveiled their budget proposals on Sunday. This essentially is the starting point of negotiations, which are mostly conducted in secret. Democrats narrowly control both chambers, which means compromise with Republican Governor Glenn Youngkin is also needed. So far, both spending plans torpedo most of Youngkin's proposed tax cuts. The governor says he is confident they can all work together. Albemarle County's Architectural Review Board is reviewing some plans by Flow Automotive. It wants to knock down and replace part of its Kia dealership on Pantops. In addition, Flow plans to move its Hyundai location to Route 29. Sticking points include landscaping and parking. Next month, runners will once again hit the streets for the Charlottesville 10-miler, and for one woman, it's become a tradition dating back many years. This is former school teacher Janet Posner's 40th year. Amazingly, her two fastest times were the years she gave birth to her son and daughter, David and Nora. The 10-miler is set for March 23rd, and Jennifer, you're going to tell us a little bit about Starbucks.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Starbucks says it will start offering a pork-flavored coffee at its stores in China. To mark the Lunar New Year, Starbucks will release its, quote, abundant year savory latte. According to the company's app, the drink will be a braised pork flavor sauce with espresso and steamed milk with extra pork sauce and pork breast meat for garnish.
No.
Eating meat means prosperity, of course, in the coming year. The drink costs 68 yen, or a little less than 10 US dollars. What are your thoughts?
I'm going to say no on this. Just the thought of it is kind of grossing me out.
I'm not the meat and coffee, I'm not.
Yeah, and I'm all for trying new flavors
Sure.
and new drinks and stuff, different concepts, but this is a bit too far for me.
It's a lot. Yeah,
And
it's a latte.
It's a latte. And what is sticking out of the
So I
drink
think
there?
that's the meat garnish.
Oh.
Yeah. Which what is sticking out of that's but that in the milk, the steamed milk kind of.
You know what? If it comes to America, I'll try it. I don't think
Yeah.
I would spend money on one myself, but if it comes to America, we'll try it in the morning rush.
Exactly.
There you
All
go.
right. Okay, so turns out more international travelers are opting out of trips to the U.S. Yeah, the reason is, and this makes sense, safety and security, lack of reliability of police services, and fear of gun violence.
Very interesting.
So a lot of people are skipping the
Yeah.
United States, and I can understand why.
It's kind of a glimpse of how the rest of the world views us, something you don't always get.
Yeah, exactly. So,
because everyone has their opinion of different countries.
Sure.
Countries you haven't even visited yet, just
Right.
from the news and what you see
yeah,
in
exactly.
media all the time. So,
they're seeing the gun violence here, and they don't want to come. Just a little health information. Swapping an assault substitute may significantly lower the risk of high blood pressure. I mean, I guess that makes sense. So most Americans consume too much, about 3,500 milligrams a day.
Yeah.
But the FDA says it should be less than 2,300. So they recommend adding things like mushrooms or seaweed and lemon and vinegars to kind of help with that. Instead of adding salt, you add kind of those kind of flavorings.
I'm sure Rita would agree with that.
She would.
But you know, I love salt.
I'm a salt person.
I know, but just a little bit is considered too much.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
But I'm a salt person, and I need to cut back. And Mrs. Dash is always a good. Rita always talks about Mrs. Dash.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one. So
Good
and adding
alternative,
herbs for flavor instead of the salt. So
Yeah.
something to think about. Some tips there. And then finally, look at these babies.
Aw.
They are quadruplets, and it's amazing. But this mom of these 10-month-old quadruplets just kind of got sick of people asking her questions.
Yeah.
So she created a T-shirt, and I get it, because I would be like, okay, I'm done. But here they are. Number one, yes, they are quadruplets. Two, yes, we were shocked. Yes, we can tell them apart. I just do it. That's how. Yes, my hands are full. Yes, they are natural. No, we do not get them mixed up. And yes, I agree. Better me than you.
Well, then what else is there to ask about?
That's it. That's it. How they don't get them mixed up, though, is I kind of wonder what her technique is. I mean, when they're at this age, you can kind of tell them apart, but when they're newborns.
When they're newborns, yeah, you can't.
I would have like anxiety.
They could paint the nail on their feet.
That's what I'd
or
have
their
to
hands,
do.
yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that people do that.
Yeah.
Like would be like, this is the blue baby, the pink, the hot
This
red.
is the blue baby.
And then in the, you know, in the,
Yeah.
yeah, it would be, that would be hard at first.
Yeah.
But they are so adorable, so.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Well, thank
Thank
you,
you.
Jennifer. Let's
You're
take a look at
welcome.
that 7-day forecast. It looks like we're in the 50s once again today, and we're warming up to the 60s by Friday, and then it looks like this weekend will be in the 50s once again. But then Monday, take a look at that. It's going to be 66. We're nearing 70 degrees, so that's some great news. Spring is definitely on the way. I hope you guys have a great Tuesday out there, and we'll see you again on 29 News at noon.